Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blurred in the land. Welcome back to Matic. What's going on, legends? Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, also returning. It's the hardest working blurred on YouTube. Let's get into it. So today's new video is something that is very surprising. I was not expecting this to happen from DC Studios or Warner Brother Animation. And what am I talking about? Pretty much that the next DC animated film will be a trilogy. Wow, that's very interesting. Very interesting. It seems like DC, animation and also Warner Brother Animation have a vision for where they want to go with their DC animated films. It seems like it's not going to just be a one movie type of thing or a two movie type of thing. Then they move on to like another story. I love it. I'm glad that DC is utilizing their animated department and Warner Brothers Animation as well to produce a trilogy. So, what I know also is that this trilogy will not come out the same year. So the first part of the trilogy, Crisis Infinite Earths, is the name of the story that they're going by in the comics. A very popular story at that from the 80s. You got part one coming out in 2024 next year. Part two will come out in 2025. And then the finale of that trilogy, 2026. So it seems like DC is setting up their timeline for their new established Elseworld universe that they got going on for the animated universe. I like that they're using Crisis Infinite Earths. I felt like it was misused when they used it for like the TV shows that came out. The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and all that stuff. I know some of y'all probably seen the crossover. And I think that the animated movie could basically do way better of a story and more engaging characters and everything. So I'm like, Birdman, hand rub. Good. DC, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to their animated movies, majority of the animated movies are actually really good. There are some that are not that great at all. Definitely a smart move. I mean, come on, like DC delivers when it comes to the animated departments. Deliver. So, I like the ideal of it. I think that's definitely a good approach. It's also going to be a continuation of Justice League War World. So it does tie into the previous movie that came out. That's also part of this Elseworld that they got going on for DC. Honestly, I do have one problem. Don't get me wrong. I love the DC animated movies, but if y'all gonna give us this big crossover with a multitude of different DC characters that will be introduced in this 3-part trilogy, all I'm asking is y'all make these a bit lengthier. All right, I get that y'all tend to make shorter films animated wise. I know animation is very costly, of course, when it comes to producing these actual films, but DC, I don't want to see a 60, 75-minute, 80-minute part one, part two, part three. I'm gonna need y'all to kind of expand a bit more. Like, let's get these movies to 1 hour. That's my biggest gripe with it. I'm like, man, if y'all could do a 1 hour, 10-minute movie, hour 20-minute movie, hour 30-minute movie, for this actual trilogy that's coming out down the line each year, I want to see this to be a bit more lengthier. That's my biggest bias with it. Like I said, other than that, I'm glad. I'm glad. Dreams do come true, right? But when it comes down to it, I look forward to checking out this trilogy. when it comes down to it being an animated one. Hopefully, they do expand a bit more, making the movies a little bit longer if they're gonna go with this big of a story from the comments, like I said before. But this is your boy Il Blur Meta, guys. You tell me in the comments, are you looking forward to the next DC animated trilogy? And my next thing is, for the people that watch the movies like I do, how do you feel about the movies being short? Do you want this trilogy to be a bit longer since it's a 3-part movie? You tell me in the comments, guys. It's a blur. Living the word, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, fully watching the video. And I'm out.